York City flexing while you bitches are probably sitting somewhere in Arkansas. I make more money than your dad makes an entire week. That I make.
Coochie coo.
That has got changed for you.
And her nose is so beaut.
Oh, she just took a poo. Oh,
No, she took a pee too.
Oh, she like peed on
You peed on your mama's face.
Shorty,
Peed on your mama's
okay,
face.
she's
give me that chain back.
I didn't get your name.
Beyonce. One of my favorite parts was the rapping, and I actually wrote that verse the night before in my sleep.
What's up, everybody? It's DJ REYMO, Power 105.1. This time, just having fun with it. We're gonna have some fun today. This is the Powers Industry, home of new music and entertainment, and we got the multi-talented Natalie Friedman. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really happy to be here. You guys are all
How
so
you feeling?
dope.
Good?
And yeah, these guys hooked me up with a massage. In the waiting room, there's a massage therapist, so I'm feeling extra good.
See how we
Extra
do
good.
it over here? We take care of people.
You really do.
Powers Industry.
I don't know if another interview can top this. You guys just set the bar up here.
Oh, yeah. Now,
Yeah.
when you go on your other interviews, are you going to have a massage therapist here? Because if not, I'm not coming.
Right now, there's no makeup artist. Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I can't make
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Bad and bougie.
not yeah.
So let's find out. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you living out here now? Are you on this side
Yeah.
of the world, or are you bi-coastal?
Kind of bi-coastal. Like I'll be in LA and I'll go there and I'll book a one-way and I'll like
So you
end up
figured
not
out-
coming back for like 60 days because
Oh,
I'll be
wow.
booking. But I've actually been in acting school the past like 6 months. So I've been stay put here,
Okay.
back in LA in August.
Is that how you got all the influence for the Cardi stuff?
No,
Picked up
no.
the New York swag?
Actually, no. That's a really like more dramatic focus. The impressions I've been doing since I was little. So I just, ever since I was like 4 years old, I would just watch something and I would go in my room and
Figure it
go
out.
in the mirror and, you
Imitate
know,
it.
yeah.
Did you ever think it would become like a career now? Because this is like
It's all acting, though.
Yeah. I remember typing into Google how to get on SNL when I was 12, and I would read about it. And when I was like 15, I made a Facebook. That's when it came out, when I was 15. And I went and I researched a bunch of actors that went to the Groundlings. It's a improv school in LA, and I messaged them all. And I was just constantly researching, like, how can I do it? And I'm like, I'm in Minnesota right now, so I'm gonna have to move eventually.
Wow.
So
So location is definitely a big part of chasing acting. You definitely,
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
Minnesota, there's not a lot of roles. popping
right.
up.
There's an awesome stand-up scene. There's an underground music scene. There's theater, but yeah, there's
So y'all
not.
got like an 8 Mile out there?
You know, it's yeah.
That's what
There's
I'm saying, they
actually a
probably
lot.
do.
I mean, like, shout out to Atmosphere, one of my favorite rappers. There's some awesome entertainment in Minneapolis, but not anything like LA or New York.
Gotcha.
So, at what age did you come to New York?
I came here when I was 21.
Okay.
And so I was like, let's do this. Let's start with New York, since I want to get on SNL. And then the dream kind of evolved. It wasn't always only SNL. There's so many other shows that I love, Grey's Anatomy, Stranger Things. I've so many other goals. So it's not, and then just having my own TV show is now a goal.
Can we tell some of the people some of the, accolades
show.
you already have, some of the things you've done, so that they know
Yeah.
know,
Well,
you're just not an Instagram star? Like,
Right. Yeah, the Instagram started out as like just for fun,
Right.
while I was doing acting. But you've probably heard me all over the place in national voiceover campaigns.
Okay.
And then I've done commercials. I did a Netflix series called King of Paper Chasing. That was really
did
fun.
that?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
him. The what's his name? I forgot his name, but I know.
Yeah.
They're from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The guys are
That
from
was
Jersey.
That was actually a dope movie. What part did you?
I was one of the rappers' managers at the record label. Cart's manager.
Oh, I
So
remember.
it was
Okay.
it was fun.
That was you?
It was fun playing like
Yo.
an executive. It was fun. Yeah, so that was a fun credit. And then I've done indie films. I did an indie film that went to Cannes Film Festival, and then I'm doing a movie in a couple months that I'm really excited about.
You can't talk about.
I can talk about it. It's called.
Is it up on the Ivy?
It's on IMDb.
Okay, so
yeah,
what's that
it's
about
called
then?
Tale of Wet Dog, Tale of the Wet
Yeah, I
Dog,
saw
and
that.
yeah, I think it's gonna do really well. There's
Any
some
major stars
names
that
in
we
it.
know?
Sophia Bush, Will Wheaton, me.
That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Just you.
It's really yeah, exactly.
So you're pretty good at impersonating Melania Trump. Like, and a lot of your skits are very politically like inclined. Like you get into politics a lot. Why is that? Well, how do you feel about politics now? And is it something that you feel strongly about, and you want to like? Is there a message that you're trying to give out through your skits when you're doing your?
Not at all, actually. I don't feel like when I do Melania, I put politics in it at all. I actually go the other way, and I put her in a completely different scenario, so that we don't have comment wars, and it's just about just her as a human. Like I'm not trying to hate the left or the right. I'm just saying this is a person. She's the FLOTUS.
That's how she
that would be
sounds.
so funny if she was doing a twerk lesson. And I think that that's funny. And I'm like, why don't we
That
do
is
that
hilarious.
instead of spreading hate? Why don't we do that? And like a lot of people don't like the Kardashians, some do. Let's take the hate out of the equation and say, what if Kim was doing a cooking tutorial? And that way I think everybody wins and there's not fighting and it's just about doing the impression. So I actually don't like to talk about politics on my page at all.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Makes sense,
So
though.
let me ask you. So have you done stand up?
Yes,
So
that's how
is
I
that something you did and you're successful at it, or you really didn't? Because not everybody can do stand up. Some people
Yeah.
are just funny in different ways.
I do
But
stand up. Yeah,
you do
I still
stand
do
up.
stand up. Yeah, I started
Who's some
it
of the
about
people you
5
work with?
years ago. I opened for Michael Blackson during Christmas time at Helium Comedy Club in Philly.
Okay.
And then
Philly. Is Philly a tough audience?
they are a little tougher, I think.
Tougher, right?
Yeah.
I always felt like Philly audience and New York audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everywhere else will show you love, but it's
Yeah.
tough.
With the comedy circuit, I mean, like I always tell people, there's different tiers. There's
Yeah.
like the amateur, there's that are coming up, and then
Yeah.
there's the beast, and then you're just that superstar.
Yeah,
They wanna
yeah.
go see you. And you can open your mouth and they'll laugh at you, but when
Yeah,
you're-
and that takes time. I mean, I'm not Michael Blackson, but I'm working towards it, and I'm thankful that legends have put me on their show, like Nikki Glazer as well. She was like, come and do a spot. So I'm learning from the best. I'm surrounded by the best, and I think it's, comedy is like getting your doctorate. You have to put in the years.
You travel around the city, going to the different improv rooms and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I
that, jumping
perform.
on and off
I
stage.
performed all over the place. So everything. I did a House of Comedy when I was in Minneapolis, so that was really cool. So yeah, I will continue to do stand up. That's part of the process for sure.
She is not scared. She's going at it.
Have you ever been like booed on stage?
No,
No, oh my
I've
God.
never been booed on stage. I've never been
Really?
booed. No.
Not
That
one
means
time?
you're really good.
No, it doesn't actually.
No,
I'm not meaning to be like you're wrong, but I've bombed. Every comedian's bombed.
Okay, so let's say that bomb.
Every comedian's
How do you-
bombed.
Right.
How do you like
Gauge it to know if
come
you
back
bombed.
from that? Like from a bad joke, how do you reel them back in and like gain them?
You kind of just keep the power, and you just keep it moving. Every great comedian bombs or still bombs,
Right.
like so. It's just it's a lot of different factors that are in the air.
So can you tell us the time when you did that? One time you're like, oh my god. Like I'll give you an example, like Cypher Sounds.
Yeah,
good
one of my
friends.
friends too.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go, Syph. I love Syph. So I used to promote a spot called the Laugh Lounge.
What's up, Syph?
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna send this little clip to you. So
Yeah, send it to him. We used to do the Laugh
Laugh Lounge,
Me and
yeah.
my man Verse Smooth. So Syph was doing comedy, and the way he explained it to me that, he used to DJ the show, and then who was it that he told me? What's his dude? Chappelle or whatever. or
Dave
I just
Chappelle.
told him, yeah. I guess he said his first time he got up there and he was supposed to host and he didn't realize, so he got there, he hosted.
Mm-hmm.
And then the promoter was like, yo, you got to go out there and keep him like laughing.
yeah,
And he was like, oh, really? I didn't know how to do that. But I'm just going to bring him on and on.
Right.
But he said he like bombed really hard. You know what I mean? And it made him kind of reflect
Yeah.
and make him want to go even harder.
yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
What was your story? Like the place you bombed and what were the circumstances? Like give it to us.
Sure, I'll give you the story. So, I first performed on a Thursday night, and it absolutely crushed. It absolutely crushed. It was such a great show. I did the exact same set 3 days later, Sunday night. Okay, 72 hours later. Same room? Set, same room.
Wow.
Different crowd, and it bombed. And the crowd was a little bit older. There was like a big handful of people, maybe in their 60s. And I just said, wow, what an extreme of like showing that. And it's always the comedian's responsibility. I don't like saying it was a bad crowd.
You can't blame nobody.
I was like, okay, they didn't get the Cardi B stuff. They didn't know who she was. That's my job to adapt. And so I was just like, okay, I need to scan the audience a little bit harder. And like it's so many different factors. Like you don't know Sunday night. Maybe people are dreading Monday. That's still my job to bring them up.
Wow.
But it was the
so
exact same set. So I was like, shit, this is what's tricky. It's not about bad joke, you're bad, you're not funny.
It's how the people feel.
It's just how can you bring them up? And
it's kind of like music. Even like Ray, you're a DJ, so he can play certain. He can't go in there with a certain set. He got to look at his audience. I would imagine and say, I can't go in here and play this throwback. I got to play this, or I got to play this, so I can't. You know what I mean?
And you saw how they reacted to the Puffy joint. So then you're gonna do Lil Kim next, and then you're gonna do some more East Coast.
Before you start hitting them with a bunch of trap records, they're gonna be lost.
Yeah.
And be mad and hate you later. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's tough though. That's tough, especially because you're standing there. You're so vulnerable standing on stage.
Like you guys, I commend you guys. It's such a tough job to make people laugh. Like that's.
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, what you guys do is hard too. I think everything in entertainment is art is subjective. So, but at the end of the day, it feels so good to make people laugh.
Yeah, it does. So tell us about some of the people who like inspired you to do all these impersonations. Like growing, like I know you started when you were young, but like who else did you watch that was like, oh, you know what, I want to do that?
Definitely the greats on SNL, you know, Will Ferrell and Tina Fey, Jay Farrow, who, you know, I look up to, and I've asked him for advice before. So
have they reached out to you yet, SNL people? Because like
they
everybody says she's there. She's there.
Yeah.
SNL, please.
Thank you.
Before I even knew you was coming here, I had that conversation like 3 days ago with somebody like
you should be writing their skits and you in the skit.
A lot of people are saying that, and I'm really flattered by it, and I think it's just all in time.
I think you're like the people's choice. It's gonna come in from the people.
I think it's all in time, and I think like I'm happy on this journey, and I think it's just gonna whatever is meant to come will come with my hard work. So, you know, my agent is we sent them an audition tape, so whenever it's right. I think that you know, there's a lot of factors with that too. Is do they need another female?
Right.
Maybe they are so full with females that they have to wait until somebody else goes. Right. We don't know any of those details.
Yeah.
We can't control those.
It's a slot that needs to be taken. Right.
So yeah, we'll see. I think there'll be a Natalie slot.
Keep your iron in the fire.
Absolutely. I appreciate it though. Yeah.
You make your own platform sometimes, like your YouTube stuff. Like, what made you say, I'm gonna take this platform to put my comedy out there? And I see your Instagram is super successful. Like. Like, what was the best response for you? What's worked for you the most?
Well, I think it's like you said, just making your own network. Like essentially how our industry is changing is we are these different TV networks. When I drop a comedy sketch, it is an episode. I get my own viewers. So it's nice being in control of your art and getting to have your own show.
I think that's probably why most of the TV shows are desperately looking for content. So now they can just see your real. It's almost like you're real. It's like your own little work.
Yeah, and you push your work a lot. Like I see you, and you have to. As being an artist, you have to push your own stuff. But like, is there anybody else that helps you push your work, or anyone that's like your mentor, like someone that you are working with right now that's like. Is who I go to.
I mean, is like your baby daddy working with you?
Well, I don't have a baby daddy.
She smiled.
There's no lucky man. That's my baby daddy. But I would say it's the people I surround myself with that I'm so blessed. You know, like people that I started out with, Jacob Berger, Ken Stars. We're all kind of in it together. CeeLo, we text each other, hey, I'm going to drop this. You know, we'll run some skits by each other sometimes. Cool. So we're family. So we're all coming up together. And then there's definitely influencers that have given me advice. And shout out to Clarity and just people that I look up to.
Were you surprised that Cardi B reposted you and all that? Were you expecting that?
Or
were you hoping for that?
I think I was kind of like, it's time. Because
it's
I'm, you know, we
It's
have
hilarious.
a lot of mutual friends, so it was never like this is so like, you know, like Kim K reposting something. I think is farther fetched. I think it's very possible that in the future she could. But Cardi, we have so many mutual friends that I really felt like it was real, like it was bound to happen.
Those are hilarious, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The nails, the noodles on the that was just
That
so
brings
creative. I was like,
tears to
oh
my
my
eyes when you watch
god.
those.
Thank you.
I'm interested in hearing some impressions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
get
I
a
felt
couple?
like that was coming.
You know, I've been sitting here itching like, when do I jump in and ask?
We might just ask you like, "Hi, Cardi, how did you start off? How did this show
Yeah,
start off?"
well, I mean, yeah, you guys, we'll pepper it in when it's organic. How about that? How about that?
All
I
right,
got you.
makes sense.
I know you did The Simpsons.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that was so
I
dope.
love cartoons, so I want to have my own animation on Comedy Central or
What would that
my
look
own
like?
network.
Like what kind of, like what would?
Maybe something that's PG-13, you know, like really fun cartoons. I love The Simpsons growing up, Family Guy, so I would play maybe numerous voices, and then I'd bring in some heavy hitter voice actors.
Right.
And I want to, like, can you guys name one cartoon that you're like, I can't wait to watch that next week?
Not. I don't know. I don't even
Me?
watch cartoons right now.
So what if I made one that made adults want to watch it?
Yeah, because I think the last adult cartoon, what was it called? It
Simpsons.
was no, something
Family
Central,
Guy.
South
Family Guy.
Central.
Family Guy.
Remember South
South Park.
Central? South Park.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love South Park.
That
Yeah, so
there's
what
no
if-
more South Park.
What if I have
That's it,
that?
yeah.
And I think South Park was mostly males. We can agree
was
on that.
all
It was like
male.
10% women that watched it. So what if I create something that's like 50-50?
That would be dope.
And it's like
That would be
still
phenomenal.
PG-13, still fun, but also some kids can sneak it in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You'd
think
have to have a Kenny character.
Yeah,
Funny.
yeah. I really want to work with Key and Peele. I know Key and Peele, they don't refer to themselves as that anymore, but shout out to them. Like, I think we could create something together. Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key.
So you just recently worked with Little Kim, or you were in the studio with Little Kim, and you did
Yes,
the
I was Melania Trump
Yes.
in there. What? Yes.
How was that with Little Kim? How was she surprised? Like, was she caught off guard, or she knew you were there and you were about to?
You know, me and the Queen Bee, we go the way back, like you say.
And no, she knew I was there. We were hanging out all day. We were hanging out, yeah. So I've been friends with her for a couple years, and I did her music video "Spicy" a couple months back.
Okay.
She asked me to be in it, and so it looked like I was crashing it, but I was hanging out there
Could
all
you
day.
do a Little Kim impression? I've never heard anyone. do
I
Little Kim.
actually, you know what? I don't think she does anything distinctive with her voice. Like, she has a very sexy, smooth voice. Like, there's nothing,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
She's
She's got a New York female.
she has a
voice.
New York, she has a New York female voice, and she's amazing. She's working hard and making music, and
Have you ever had any issues where an artist calls you and they just hate it and they get upset because you did their impersonation?
no, never.
Everybody's been good
Yeah,
spirits.
yeah. I mean, I get like, you know, when you have a lot of Instagram followers,
Yeah,
you
comments
have
or whatever.
annoying comments. Like, some people are just like, stop doing other people, focus on yourself. I'm like,
You don't get any like
I see you. Yeah.
any like
No, never
Okay.
from the person. Because like I said, it's always in a neutral, fun way. You know, like,
If you,
yeah.
Because I can see like
It must be funny to see themselves, like to hear themselves in like
the
Yeah.
fascination how
different
people see them.
the scenarios that you put them in. It's like funny.
Yeah, yeah. I hope that you know, like I said, I think Kim will. I actually met Kim Kardashian, and I told her I was like, I do impressions of you, and she just laughed, and she
I love it,
She was
yeah.
like, I hope you get on SNL. She was so nice about it. So it's really like, you know,
You
No-
have all
no
these
hate.
people rooting for you. And you're like,
yeah,
hello.
yeah, yeah,
I think it's gonna
It
happen.
comes with time.
yeah.
Well, I got a question. What else would you be doing if you wasn't an actress and doing all this comedy stuff?
That's a good question. Like, if I had another life.
Yeah. Well, if your life didn't take you in this path and you just had to do something else.
What did your parents want you to do?
Honestly, I'm really thankful. Whatever I wanted.
Oh, they-
Whatever I
that's
wanted.
amazing.
Yeah. So they were, of course, they're worried, like any parent, when you
Supportive,
first go into the entertainment.
But they
they're like-
weren't like, oh, if you do this, we're not paying for.
No,
like, they didn't
no.
Kick you out or
They
anything.
never. They just trust me. They always trust me in the plan, and I think that's why. You know, I went so far is because they're just like, we know
supportive of
you're
what you
smart and we know you got this. So
Do they
that's
still
shout
live
out to
in
them.
the- They still live in
Yeah,
Minnesota? Okay.
they still do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was on the gram, right? There was something.
Oh yeah,
that
he was
on the
Millie
gram.
rocking.
He was Millie rocking.
He was so
Yo,
stiff.
that was hilarious.
He was like. I was like, that's exactly how you whipped me when I got in trouble. Like,
Head chop off.
yeah, so my parents are cool with it, and you know they are very in tune with what's going on. Like they watch Wild and Out, they watch Cardi B, they watch music videos. They're
in tune.
yeah, they're studying it because I'm in it. So they watch a movie every day. They're very much into art. So I'm thankful.
Back to the
They call
question.
you to give you advice. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
listen,
make the
I
funniest
watched this thing,
suggestions.
and I think you need to do this.
Well, my mom has a strong
Honey,
Russian
why don't you-
accent, so she'll be like, "You could do like, you know, like when I go, you know that story," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it, Mom. That was hilarious."
So you're Russian and what else?
I'm a little mixed, like Ukrainian, Russian, and then my dad is from Belarus.
Okay.
So, Mom was born in Ukraine, Dad was born in Belarus, so kind of a mix.
Exotic.
Got that 23andMe test. It said 84% European, and then just mixed all over the place,
So
like
you
with
went
the
to
other
do
things.
the test?
Yeah, I did the test. It
I
was.
gotta do that little test.
I liked it. Yeah, it's interesting.
I feel like they're just
Yeah.
trying to track you down. That's what I want.
Right, right. They're just
They might
take the-
arrest
they're
some of
just
my
giving us
family
numb.
members.
Yeah,
You're like, yeah, we can now garnish his wages.
right. They assign a number to all of us.
Yeah, right.
It's like
There
some
you
Black
go.
Mirror stuff.
Any advice you give to other actresses that want to, comedians that want to jump into this
Female
mess?
Yeah, you're a female comedian. Is it harder as a female comedian? I mean, I'm pretty sure it is, just like it is.
Yeah, I mean, you get all the stigmas of just like guys being creeps or hitting on us. Like that, I think maybe will always happen.
I think that happens in any,
But-
any
When
genre.
you go to the grocery store, it creeps.
Yeah, I will
Like-
say sometimes there's perks. Like when with stand up, like sometimes with open mics, like you get to go to the front because you're surrounded by guys, and so I've seen that happen too, where like they'll look at a guy and talk down to him when I just asked the same question. So I've seen it both ways.
Right.
But at the end of the day, hard work trumps everything. Like that's my biggest advice. Is like it sounds cliche, but just work and
create.
Yeah, and create and don't give up. And you know, I've had a lot of no's. I've had a lot of people tell me things, and you just gotta keep going.
Tough skin. It created
Yeah,
tough skin
yeah,
for you.
definitely.
Is there anybody you want to work with that you kind of like see yourself like, I want to work across with this person?
Jordan Peele, Keegan Michael Key. Yeah, they're big inspirations of mine. Amy Schumer, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We went
You
to.
and her remind me of each other. for
Yeah,
some
I get
reason.
that a
It's
lot,
like-
and we went to the same acting school, so I think we could really bond over a bunch of things.
Yeah, you guys would be dope together.
Yeah,
You guys would be.
she's definitely an inspiration.
So, I know you told me earlier, you got a lot of stuff you got to be flying around the city doing. We want to thank you for coming out.
Anything you
Thank
promoting?
you.
You want to promote? Tell people
You want to know something
like for real.
you guys go to my Instagram or whatever, like, Natalie Friedman. You want to know something like, I need to get my nails done. What am I promoting? Really, just if you follow me on Instagram, then that will, everything that
give
I'm
them
promoting
that.
is on
Give
there.
them that.
And so, yeah, just
Give-
check it out, Natalie Friedman, and I appreciate you guys having me. I'm thinking, what else can I promote?
Yeah.
My YouTube channel is Natalie
channel.
Friedman too. So that's what it is right now. And then you
Those are the
guys will.
platforms for them to find you: YouTube, Instagram, right?
Yeah, I'm on
You don't do
Twitter.
the Snap. You don't do the Twitter. Much?
I don't do Snapchat. I am on Twitter, Nat Friedman TV. I know that according to Gary Vee that I should use it more, but I don't.
Oh, he did say that?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys use Twitter?
I connected to my Instagram.
I thought they were
and
linked
then just
anyway.
hit
Oh,
the
so it
button.
automatically?
Yeah, so whenever I
Smart.
post on the gram, it goes to Twitter, but it's not interactive. Has actually
Got
going
it,
on
got it.
Twitter and
How about you guys?
I have
Twitter?
it linked, so I post on Instagram and it goes
Nah.
there, and it goes to
I do
Facebook.
that.
Right?
I'm on Instagram. It's easy.
It's easy, yeah. How about Snapchat? You like Snapchat?
I use Snapchat filters and post it on Instagram. Like I take
Okay.
pictures.
You don't
save
need a
it.
filter. Look at this.
Oh, thank
She
you.
doesn't need a filter.
Don't make me- Oh my god, you're so beautiful and
Thank you.
inside and out. I'm glad that I finally got to meet you because I've been following you on Instagram for a while.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I'm sure there's a lot of young girls out there just like looking
Inspiring
up to
to
you,
be
and
you.
you're inspiring us in so many ways. You have
I
no
appreciate
idea.
that. I appreciate that. You guys are the best.
Any more questions?
No, we out. So thank you for coming out. We
Yes, that was fun.
Thank you so much.